Today, I would like to tell you why it's important to learn how to say no. And one of the most important things about saying no is that it will save our time and energy to do and to achieve things that are really important. Many times, people will ask us different things, and if you don't say no, this will lower even your self-esteem. You will not be able to function properly because you're wasting your time and energy in things that really don't matter. So as we learn to say no, we will nourish something very special in our attitude. So our attitude determines the way we make advances in life, we achieve things. And if we're crippled by requests of people that consume our time and our energy, we will not be able to do our best. So we will need to learn to recognize when to say no. And we should say no to people. We should be able to say no to circumstances, to different things. And this will cause us to function in another level of achievement. So, how do we master the art of saying no? First, we should be clear and concise. So we cannot leave room for guessing. If it's no, it's no. Be clear. You say no, and it's a no. And you do not turn back. You do not say no and then yes. You can offer alternatives. So when someone asks something, you may offer an alternative. You say, okay, I cannot do this, but here's the phone number of someone who can do this for you. So learn how to offer those alternatives and to stand firm on your no. You should also stand firm and confident. You cannot show that you have any regrets for saying no. And as you move on, you stay in that confidence, and you deserve to show that and to feel it. Another aspect of this is that you need to handle pressure because sometimes you'll say no and you may have an inner regret that you made that decision, but you should stand firm in everything you decide. So if you decide it's a no, you do not turn back. You pursue in a different direction. There's great freedom in saying no. It's easier to say yes when somebody asks you to do something, or they ask you money. For money, they want to borrow something from you. They ask for something that sometimes it's even difficult. And there's people that are experts in causing guilt if you say no, but you cannot accept that. Focus on the positive aspects of saying no. There's always different aspects to a decision. You may have a negative aspect and a positive aspect. So you should focus on the positive and just live an abundant life. You know that one of the statements of Jesus Christ, Jesus, is that he said, I came to give you life and life with abundance, or a more abundant life. You should receive this and focus on that abundance, on that abundant life, and reject all thoughts of defeat, all negative thoughts in your life. As you learn to do this, build strong relationships. Build relationships with people that are not a hindrance to your progress, but with people that build you up and not people that hinder your progress. You will learn how to say no with ease, and you will not have any negative regrets. If you keep relationships that are always asking you for something, that always ask, they never give, you're setting your life for failure. So learn to have friendships with people that are a positive asset in your life, with people that give rather than people that constantly ask. So learn to say no. And on the next level, learn also to remove from your life all types of people and relationships that are constantly asking. Some people always ask, they never give. And this is it. You are the boss. You are in charge. Learn to say no, and you will be in charge. If you constantly say yes, and if you allow people to manipulate, if you allow people to force you to do things that you really don't want to do, you will end up in a bad place, in a terrible situation. So if you want to have progress in your life, learn to say no like a boss. You're in charge. You're the CEO of your own life. So do not allow other people to be in control. Do not allow other people to force you to do things that you don't want to do, to go places that you don't want to go, and to act in situations that you don't feel comfortable. When I started taking drugs in my early life, I had pressure to do it. And I haven't said no at one point. I will not be here. I will be dead. But I had to say no to addiction, no to relationships. And today I would like to encourage you to do the most difficult thing in your life. Learn to say no.